An online game of drink and dare called Neknominate is fueling a deadly worldwide craze, but the bravado has escalated into extreme cocktails. The rules of the game are simple. People film themselves necking or downing a large drink and nominate a friend or friends in a dare to break their own record. Here is more on that story.
Cheers for the nomination, Luke. Today what I've got for you guys will be a brand new, just opened as you heard, seal of Sambuca here. Got some Wicked as well. And it is a pint, I do believe.
This is how it all begins.
Okay.
A nomination followed by cocktails of spirits. The game is called Neknominate and is thought to have originated in Australia. Now it's sweeping through Britain.
I Neknominate Joe, George, Chris. You've got 24 hours, lads. Get it done.
But what started for some as a game has already begun to claim lives. 4 victims, all men under 30.
This is a lethal game. The point about alcohol is that it affects your ability to recognise that you're in danger, and it absolutely affects your ability to react to danger. So we have a double whammy here.
Thanks for the nomination, Rob.
The premise of the game is simple. People film themselves necking or downing a large drink. The majority of times it's alcoholic and of large quantities. Then they post them onto social media, be it Facebook or YouTube, and then they nominate a friend to outdo them. If the friend denies the challenge, they are ridiculed on Facebook or Twitter. Each nomination becomes more and more daring and outlandish. It started as exhibitionism, with this woman stripping in a supermarket and downing a drink. But the bravado has escalated into extreme cocktails. This one mixes spirits with a dead mouse, among other things. Not surprisingly, the trend has politicians calling for schools to play a bigger role.
So what role does the Secretary of State believe that schools have in building resilience in our young people to resist peer pressure?
Brian Viner, whose own son has played the game, says responsibility must come from Facebook, which still today displays adverts next to videos of people taking part in the challenges. He told me his son was nominated and pressured to play the game, but drank water instead of vodka so as not to harm himself.
When you found out about it, when you found out the fact that your son had done something like this, how did it make you feel?
Cross with him, but more cross really with the social media involved, and the way that this game has just spread. You know, the whole thing is madness, and it needs some kind of sharp and swift action on the part of these social networks to stop it.
Well, in a statement to CNN, Facebook says, "We do not tolerate content which is directly harmful, for example, bullying. But behavior which some people might find offensive or controversial is not always necessarily against our rules. We encourage people to report things to us which they feel breaks our rules, so we can review and take action on a case-by-case basis." But to stop this once and for all, Dr. Sarah Jarvis says Facebook must recognise its own role in the game.
It's very difficult in this day of personal liberties to say that Facebook shouldn't be condoning this, it should be taking these videos offline. Personally, I'd like to see that happening because, frankly, if the thrill wasn't there because your mates weren't seeing you, I suspect it would very rapidly fizzle out.
Whether it's a fleeting craze or a long-term trend, one thing is clear. This is a game where no one wins. Isa Suarez, CNN, London.